In this video, we're going to work on the table that is on the mainframe. If you take a look at this mainframe over here, you're gonna see that this table that we dragged and dropped using the NetBeans GUI tool. This NetBeans palette. From the NetBeans palette, we had dragged the table from here, from the J table. Here it is. So when you do that in NetBeans, what happens is that NetBeans creates in the init components method, which is usually usually the init components method is found here. If you scroll down from your constructor, you're gonna see the init components method hidden somewhere here under this generated code. So if you expand it, you're gonna see all the codes in the init components method. Now here is the J table that we dragged and dropped, and this was where it was instantiated. And then you see that there is something called set model that was done with the table. Now here, this is the table's model, and the table's model is created automatically for us with null values for 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And here is the representation of the column names of the table. So just exactly what you are seeing in the serial number, invoice number, description, price sold, customer name. So here are the column names. But however, we're not gonna work with that code. We're gonna create our own table model so that we can be able to manage it, because from what you have here, you just have null values, and it's difficult for you to work on these values that are in here. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is to talk about what a table model is. So let's take a look at the API documentation under javax.swing. Under javax.swing, you see that the swing package, which has the J table, okay, so here's J table. I click on it. Now you can see the J table is used to display and edit regular two-dimensional table of cells. See how to use tables in the Java tutorial for task-oriented documentation and examples of using J table. The J table has many facilities that makes it possible to customize its rendering and editing, but provides defaults for this feature so that simple tables can be set up easily. For example, to set up a table with 10 rows and 10 columns, you can do this. Notice they talk about a table model. So this is the part that we want to talk about. We want to talk about a table model and how to write a table model like this. I'm gonna scroll down. You see also there is a method here called set model. There's a method somewhere here called set model. Let's take a look for it. The method set model. So here's the set model method. This method sets the data model for this table for new model and registers with it for listener notifications from the new data model. Now when they are talking about data model, what they talk about is the information that will be displayed in the table. Okay, the data that is supposed to be displayed here, the structure of that data is what we refer to as the table model. So let's take a look at that class table model. You can see it's not actually a class, it's an interface. The table model interface specifies the methods the J table will use to interrogate a tabular data model. The J table can be set up to display any data model which implements the table model interface with a couple of lines of code. This is one way of instantiating the table model. And then you now say J table is equals to new J table, and then you pass in my data, which is an instance of table model. Now table model has a lot of methods out here. But my experience, interface is not a class, so you can't instantiate it. That means you have to write a class that will implement this interface table model. So that's just what we're gonna do now. We're gonna have to write a class that implements this interface, and then we can use that class as a model of our table over here in the source code. Now, before we write that table model, there's a class I would like to show you guys, and that class is a class that I wrote some time ago. It's called Xyneex table model. So what I'm gonna do is that this is the Java file, the source code of the class. So I'm gonna copy this file and simply paste it in my com.xyneex.cells.util package. So I'm gonna paste it over there, and here's a code for the class inside there. Remember, make sure you paste it in the com.xyneex.cells.util like I did. Then you can open it up in NetBeans. So you can see that this is an abstract class called Xyneex table model, and it extends abstract table model. So it is a table model that better supports the processing of rows of data. That is, the data is treated more like a row than an individual cell. Hopefully this class can be used as a parent class instead of extending the abstract table model when you need custom models that contain row related data. So in what I'm trying to say in essence in this class is that if you use this class, it will help you. This class can help you to write a table model class easier than what you might find in other tutorials, so that you don't need to do all the stuff from scratch. So if you are writing a table model class, you can write a table model class that will extend this my Xyneex table model. So that's how we're gonna go about it. So we're gonna write a class in this tutorial that will extend this Xyneex table model. Okay, and then that class will serve as the table model for the JTable that we are gonna have here in the mainframe. So I hope you understand that. So you're gonna follow me exactly like I do. Now, if you're wondering where you're gonna get this class, you can get it online because I uploaded it. Simply go to our website, tutorials.xyneex.com/downloads, and then when you get there, you're gonna see the file, the class Xyneex table model. You can simply click on this Xyneex table model.java, and it's gonna download. It's not a huge file, it's very simple little file, 3.9 kilobytes, so it's not gonna take time. So once you click on OK, the download should begin, and within a few seconds, depending on your internet connection, you're gonna finish downloading it. So once you download this file, you can add the file like I did by copying it and paste it in by pasting it inside the com.xyneex.cells.util package. And once you paste it over there, you don't have to worry about all this stuff, although it has been well documented. I commented all this stuff, so you can go through the comments to read to understand what is happening here. Is a kind of complicated class, so you don't like I said, I will advise you not to really bother much about what's going on here. Just do like I told you, and then in the next tutorial, because this tutorial is quite going longer than I thought, in the next tutorial we are gonna write a fresh class that will extend this Xyneex table model, and that's what I'm going to show you, how to write the class to extend this Xyneex table model. So I hope you found this informative, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out our website and our YouTube channel. So hope to see you in the next video tutorial.